what do you see as industry in the future, like near future, that's emerging or changing in the electronics industry? What do you think are some of the newer, I guess say items that are happening, or even types of business that you think is going to be emerging more? So.
Right. Boy, I'll tell you, ages ago, I heard all about multiplexing and how that was going to change everything, to put all of your, the wire harnesses were going to become less complex, and everything was going to be shared from a signal standpoint along the same bus and so on. But we keep finding that more and more content is added to vehicles. Right now, there's so many more things with all the different GPSs and so on. So content does keep, I guess, increasing, but the world is changing with the electric vehicle, right? I think so. The designs now are different, and what we're working on, a lot of higher voltage applications in some cases, and some not higher voltage, but just very different designs. But I haven't seen that as much in the again, the tractors, the medical, the pool, the transmission type industry. So far, those are still traditional cable, I guess, designs. So yeah, I don't see, besides going EV and some alternative energy, I don't really know, for wire harnesses in particular. I think we're always trying to save mass, so we're getting smaller and smaller cable all the time, and that's difficult. That presents a challenge because as a person who actually plugs, it's not an automated process, the manual process of making a wire harness. So it's a lot of times we employ so many females because they have smaller hands and are able to plug the cables easier than most often the guys that have larger hands. So I think there are always those challenges, right? Going to smaller cables and that sort of thing.
I agree that miniaturization, is definitely something that's ongoing in industry. As far as a PCBA and electronics manufacturing goes, I think that we'll see a lot of opportunity in the near term, meaning the next couple of years, in space and environmental applications. Environmentally sound agriculture is probably something that I think we'll see more of. Washington State, there's the western side of Washington State is very tech heavy, but the eastern side of Washington State is hugely focused on agriculture. So that's an interesting combination, and there's just a lot of agri-tech happening as well. So those are things, industries that I think are interesting and will drive innovation in the future. I'm also really optimistic about a resurgence of American manufacturing and just in general. I think the recession and the chip and component availability issues over the last couple of years have really brought that global supply chain issue to the forefront of conversation. And I think especially for the defense industry, they've realized that so much of that supply chain is overseas now. It's affecting the defense industry in a different way. So I expect the federal government to continue to invest in reshoring portions of the supply chain. So I think that is good for the U.S. I'm excited about what that looks like over the next couple of years.